All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarasu said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the General SETI YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. All you have to do is just click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the General SETI YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. We got the General SETI teachable website here today, family. It's going to be a whole lot of dynamic self-help courses, very extensive courses on history, heritage, spirituality, Black divinity. It's going to be geared for family to go anywhere in the world to be able to teach, be able to be guides on tour guides, and a lot of segments of life that you could teach in. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be provide some highly sophisticated courses and programs for you. And so guarantee you can go anywhere, and people's going to know you done been trained by a master. They're going to know that. So I want you to get over there to my Teachable and check out the programs we're going to have up there. Right now, we got the 25 steps to the redemption of definitive Black manhood. This is for the brothers. We got a round table, brotherhood round table, once a week, certificate at the end of it. Get over there, check it out, family, because it's dynamic. Ring the alarm, KingSETI.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasu SETI DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family that I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, get that, check out that catalog, get you something nice, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSETI.com, SETI University. We talking about over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. Omega Voyages of the Nile, which we dealing with. We done already dealt with, but we're going to deal with some more tonight. Ancient Egypt, when Egypt ruled the world, global Kushite empire, the making of the white man, the Black woman is God, hip-hop, Holocaust, Black Illuminati, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and so many, many more subjects. Get over there, family. There's not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare or compete. Become a member today. And everybody knows SETI got the pop in this page on Patreon, by far over 500 exclusive live streams. You already know what it is. You can only see these live streams on Patreon. They're most definitely a step up. You see, they're most definitely a step up from YouTube. You get to see, you know, a more raw presentation. So get on over there, check it out, family. Patreon General SETI. To all those family members that donated to the General, I thank you. To those that want to donate, link on the screen in the video description. In the chat, click it, donate, and I thank you. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarasu SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. You'll be banned. All right. Here we go. How the Nile Valley Africans colonized the Indian Ocean. You see? And we have to understand how you going to colonize unless you got ships. You know, this is another thing where the history of the Nile Valley is just, you know, it's without competition. It's without comparison. The fact that, you know, they had, you know, ships at such an ancient, you know, ancient dates, you know, they're still here. We talking about still here. We talking about the Ark of Khufu. We talking about the Ark of Khufu. 2,500 B, and they were already highly developed at that time. We can go on the Narmer pallet, the very first king. You can see the ship right there on the pallet. 3,100 BC. You see, already 3100 BC. That's a military vessel. That's a military vessel. So they already had warships. You feel me? That's what we talking about. Already had warships, already had Marines, already had a Navy, military. Okay, so we document this, but what people don't understand. Let me see. I got it in here. Let me make sure I'm locked and loaded. I'm in here. Is this the one? Do we got the ships on here? Yep. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Do we got hat ship shoot? Yep. Oh yeah. I lined this one up pretty good. All right, good. Let me get it on up here. All right, there we go. There we go. Let me take that on out right now. For right now. Let me see if I can get it a little bigger. Okay. All right, there we go. That's a little better. Now, as you can see right there, it said people's gonna say, "Well, Suddy, why you got the map upside down?" It's not upside down; it's top side up. You see, because our people came from the beginnings of the Nile. Our people came from the beginning of the highlands, just like the river flows from south to north. The river starts in the interior. If you look all the way in the interior, you see the Lake Victoria. The criminally renamed Lake Victoria. No Lake Victoria is just, but I want you to be able to get to the lake. You see, Mwanza Nyanza. You see, Mwanza Nyaza, which is the lake, what they call, I forget the name. But you got so many lakes. I mean, names for the lake. If you go into the Congo, it's got one name. You go into Kenya, it got another name. You go into Tanzania, got another name. So you got to go into various nations, and you'll get the name of the lake from their viewpoint. You see, but if you go to one of these wicked ass maps that these Caucasians then put in front of most people in the world, it's gonna say Lake Victoria. And so we want you to be able to identify. That's it. But we telling you that it's criminally renamed, and so you understand that that's not the divine name of that lake, but that is the origin of the Nile River, and the river is flowing from that lake down into Egypt. Okay, so it's flowing from the south to the north, and this is the current of how civilization come out of the interior of Africa down into Egypt. Egypt is the last nation on the Nile. It was the last, and it inherited all the cultures, all of the development. It inherited that. That's what made Egypt so great, that it inherited all the knowledge of those nations deep south, that, they came down that river, and just like, all of the, when you talk about a tree, the sap, that rich sap, that drip down, into, the bark of the tree. You understand? You drill that hole in there, and it just, and all that rich sap come up out the tree. You see, that's what happened. That's what made Egypt as great as it was, because that's where all that rich sap of civilization and technology and culture and shit, came down, and it settled in Egypt. That's what happened. It settled in Egypt. But when you look at the development of civilization as it moved out, even when you talk about what we call today Europe, which was named after a Phoenician princess, Europa. You see, so which means she was black anyway. So people don't know that when they say European, that's Europa is a Phoenician princess. She was black. Okay, so we understand that. But you have to realize that the islands in the Mediterranean are more ancient than the mainland. So when the oldest civilization in Europe is on the island of Crete. Okay, how can that be? How can that be? Because the civilization is coming down the Nile. And then it crosses the Mediterranean. It goes into the islands first. You see, our peoples was and see, a lot of people don't know that on that island, Crete is also called Minos, the island of Minos, the king Minos, which a lot of people believe is Mena, which was the first king of Egypt. That he didn't just stop down, and he went across the water also. And even in the Bible, they say that Cyprus and Crete was a part of the Kemetic bloodline, that they even went into them islands too. You see, they even went into them islands. Even when you talk about Sicily and all of that, the islands belong to Africa. And so once you understand that, Southern Europe, all of that was colonized first by the African. But we talking about the Indian Ocean, which is deep south, and you can see where the monsoons carry, ships back and forth, from Africa into India. First they went to India. You see, first they went to India because you can see the monsoons, which are very powerful winds, storms, and that come during a particular period of the year. Now, from the summer monsoons, from April to September, they blow towards India, from Africa to India. So if you trade, this is the opportunity to put, if you got heavy loads of exports that going into India, going into Mesopotamia, this is the time that many of the nations and many of the tradesmen, and they get on, they pack it up and they take it across the Indian Ocean. Today, what is the Arabian Sea? And they take it into India. They take it into Mesopotamia, or take it even further. Many times, India is the kemet, and they'll let the Naga Kushites take it, even further. Or some even go straight across. A lot of people don't know that you got islands in the middle of the Indian Ocean with Africans on them. You see, this is crazy. I didn't even know that. If you go and you can see it right there, if you can see my arrow, you will see right there, say Diego Garcia. It's some islands in the middle of the Indian Ocean with black people on it. Okay, and they didn't went over there and tried to take the land from the people. They always do that. But they just show you how the hell did they get over there? They sailed over there. Our people went straight across. Some went into India, and some went straight across, straight to Australia. Some went straight across into Indonesia. So when you talk about the southern extremities of Asia, that was first populated by African people, period. All of that is a part of the global Kushite empire. Even Japan, we talked about Japan. They tell the truth. They'll tell you that there was a little short people there before they got the Ainu was there before the modern Japanese. The Japanese are nothing but Chinese. They went over there and their eyes flipped upside down. That's all that happened. They went over there and their eyes flipped upside down. But that's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. But that's why you see Naga, Nagasaki, and Naga. That's the African. You see, that's the African that took that science over there. And so most of what you call the most ancient civilizations from the Mesopotamia, Elam, India, starting from the Indus Valley, and then even over into the Ganges, and then, because the Indus Valley, they shift, and I don't know if it was because the Indus River, I believe something happened where it wasn't producing like it did in the ancient time. And so they moved over to the Ganges River, you see, and so, but that's us. In the very southern regions of India, you get a lot of them stone temples that look just like the ancient Egyptian temples. You see, you get them temples that look like the ancient Egyptian temples. But, that's evidence, and I got to show you that so you understand. So our people, this was the first world. This was the first. Africa was the first, but this was the second world when they started to sail across that Indian Ocean, Cham, which they call Champa. You see, which was right next to, which today would be Vietnam. And then you had Cambodia, and in Cambodia is where you had Angkor Wat, and you had all them, that where you see them Sambos, them Buddhas, where they look just like African people. A lot of they ain't gonna show you all the Buddhas that they stole up out of there. Ain't all of them had woolly hair. Ain't nan one of them, all of them had, and I'm talking about some straight up wool on their head. Nothing you can do but tell the truth. And they lie and hid all the artifacts. They be hiding artifacts, artifacts so that you don't get, because it speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. So when you look at, you talk about all the nations, what they call it the Indian Ocean, but like Seti, I've been saying this is the Kushite Ocean. Ain't got nothing to do with no Indian. Okay, this is the Kushite Ocean because this ocean had been colonized by the Kushites before India was even called that. It was originally called Kush. All of them was called Kush, even the Mesopotamia. It was called Kush. Okay. And you got the Hindu Kush Mountains. Okay, many of the cities is called Kush. So, and then you get all the way, you even got Kush in Japan. They got a Kushiro. They got Kush all the way in Japan. Okay, so you got Kish, the first civilization, first capital of Mesopotamia. The first capital of Sumeria was Kush, which they spell Kish, but the vowels is interchangeable. So all of these nations are, if you want to use so your mind don't, because you got to re-educate yourself, so you understand that this is us. So if you had to say Indian Ocean, go ahead, so your mind will stay with the concept. I don't want you to flip, but all of these, anything that you see this is the second world. When Africans began to leave, all of this was connected at some point in time. And you could even take it up into Japan, they didn't, but this is the Indian Ocean, because I believe once you leave past, you start going into the Pacific. And so that is the Pacific up there. So that's right. So everything that you see in yellow is the Indian Ocean. And so all of these were connected by trade, ocean currents that would take you from any place, from any one of them nations. You could easily get to the other with the monsoons, the various trade winds, the ocean currents. You could easily get to any one of these with ease. You got certain currents that just come straight across. Matter of fact, here we go. But this is for the Pacific. And if you look up there, right there, you see Kushiro. But it's really Kushiro. You see, and so yeah, they need to straighten that out. They need to straighten that out. Oh, let me see here. Okay. But these are some of the currents. Wait a minute, let me get here. Okay, I need to see the ones from Africa. See, this one's a little more, they got it kind of where you can't see Africa on the other side. Let me see. Let me see about this one. I don't know why. Okay, but this one is a little better. It's a little better. But you can see all the currents in there. They show you, and they learned every last one of them. You wouldn't even know they was there unless the Africans who circumnavigated the world tell you where they at. So they knew all. You could see one that comes straight across from Indonesia, northern Australia, to bring you right to South Africa. You see, but you didn't have to take it that way. You could take it and spin it up and come up the Horn. You could come into India from Australia. You see, come right on up, come back around and go up into Bangladesh and around into Cambodia and things of that nature. Come down into Indonesia. You could do that. Well, you wouldn't have to go, because if you wanted to go up, but if you was making a round trip and you had to go that way, you could easily do that. You see, you could easily do that. You could take off and then you can go into the Mediterranean. You can turn into the Red Sea. You can come out the Red Sea. You can come right into India. Not a problem. You know, not a problem. You can go straight into Mesopotamia. No problem. You see, and so all our people sail down. This is actually upside down. You know, you always have Africa, the South Africa at the top, and you can see that they sail down. That's why when you study the course of civilization, on every landmass, the earliest civilization gonna be in the South. You see, it's gonna be in the South. And let me come back. Why? Because our family sailed down into this. You can see if you coming in, you coming from the top, or or if you coming from like the Horn of Africa, and you sail into the Persian Gulf. That's why the earliest civilization was right there at the tip of the Persian Gulf. Sumer and Elam, they sailed in. When you talk about the earliest, right there on the on the west coast of India, which is facing Africa, that's where you find the earliest civilization, the Indus Valley, right there. You see, and when you go over into the South Pacific, Angkor Wat, Cambodia in the South, Cham, Vietnam in the South. That's where you find the earth. When you go into Europe, Crete, you find it in the south of Europe. It don't make no difference because the Africans is selling in, and because what they selling in, the first landmass that they hit is the first area that they're gonna colonize. When they come up into the Persian Gulf, let me get in there. Let me see if I can get one straight with the Persian Gulf. Well, this is good. Well, I think this was, yeah. So, because it's flipped upside down, but they selling in. And so you see right there, Iran and Iraq, right there, Kuwait. That's where the earliest part of that civil, it's in the South, because the Africans is selling in right here, over here in this Kush Valley. You see right there in the southern regions in the South. You come over here, Cambodia, Champa, Vietnam in the South. Africans selling in. First place they make contact is the first area in which they colonize. These is facts. The teachers taught me this long time ago. You see, and you cannot go wrong. If you look it up, go look it up. You will see it. It's a fact. It's nothing you can do about it. Ain't no sense of you trying to recreate or lie or anything. It is what it is. You see, once you understand these maps and understand our people and the concept of a global Kushite empire, you will understand. And we went across and we touched the Americas. We touched the Americas coming from both directions. You see, we touched the Americas from both directions, from the Pacific and the Atlantic. You see, from the Pacific and the Atlantic, we had circumnavigated the globe. Let me see if I can get. Now, the crazy thing about it, see, this is what I want to show y'all, is one of the ships. You know what I'm saying? This is a damn barge, man. They're carrying damn. See, this is ancient Egyptian. But they good. They're quick. They quick to show y'all these little ones. They quick to show you these little, and they had many different ships. No other way. What civilization has so many different variations of ships? I mean, they had all kind of goddamn ships, but this was the largest Nile boat, and it transported two obelisks that weigh 700 tons. 700 tons. So this is it. And you can look at the people on the damn barge. To see this is huge as hell. It's huge to be able to carry that. And the people, it damn near looked like a damn modern cargo ship down there. It ain't as big as one, but it is large. It's damn near like a car. But see, and so when they did the Heyerdahl, Thor Heyerdahl, he sailed Egyptian ship across the Atlantic to prove that that the Egyptians can that they could make it across the Atlantic. It was one of these smaller damn boats like this, something like, which one did he make? But anyway, that was much smaller than this one. So they knew that the Egyptians had larger ships than that. So we know that we was coming across these oceans long time ago. Yeah, long time ago, family. And so I appreciate y'all being out here. The ancient Nile, how the ancient Nile Valley Africans colonized the Indian Ocean. I want you to hit that subscribe button, family. I want you to like the video and share it with the family. Get it out there, so we can, we got to go on. We got to go on the offensive. Teaching our people. We got to go on the offensive. There's a lot of shit that's being taught today, and so I'm making sure in 2025 I'm going on the offensive, and I don't see nobody standing in my way. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of firepower, and it cannot be denied. And we're gonna kick ass in 2025. And so y'all already know Black Power. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see you real soon. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.